Okay, here we are. So you'll notice I drew a couple of structure lines. I went to the highest point of the koala and I drew a line straight down. So this is not through the middle of the koala. This is at the point from the top of the ear down to here. And then I found, yeah, the halfway point. So if I come here, I'm gonna similarly, and I'm using an 8 by 10 inch. I'm not, by the way, I'm not looking at inches on this. I'm just using this as a straight edge. I'm working on an 8 by 10 inch surface. For those of you who are kind of new to this, you'll see that I tape around the edges. What's nice about that with watercolor is if once you're done, you pull the tape off, you've got a beautiful light edge with your paint. So if that's something you want to do, you're welcome to do it. You may be working in something that's, you may be working in, sorry, I'm kind of spacey today. You might be working in a similar size, you might be working in a different size, but it doesn't, I'm not measuring this and then coming over here. I'm not doing the same measurement. What I'm doing is something called a proportional measurement. So it doesn't exactly matter if you use the same measurements as me, but you want your proportions to be the same. So when I drew this line, I found that if I go to the halfway point of the vertical distance, like this, nope, that wasn't. That's not halfway. Let's try this. Yeah. If I find the halfway point, which you can do, there we go. Which you can do by using a ruler, but as you can see, what I'm doing here is kind of guessing and using my fingers to check and see, is this the same distance as this? If so, that's the halfway point. And then the second thing I'm going to do is check the width of, now notice there's no numbers on here. So I'm just literally using this to get a height. Not, you can use the numbers if you want to, but I'm using this to get a visual. The distance at the halfway point is the same as, let me see, if I were to find a quarter point would be, so half of this, I'm guessing is about here. Yep. Right. So this width is a little bit more, it's about, this width is the same as this height. It's a little bit more than up the quarter point, from here to the quarter point. So when I'm checking that, I would like to see your lines first. So I'm going to find my quarter point here. Why am I making you do this? You're here to be a better drawer. And I know it's a little tedious, but these kinds of measurements can make drawing a lot easier. This kind of drawing it looks simple, but it can really go haywire if you don't get your kind of outer bounds. So now I'm gonna, once I found my quarter point, I'm gonna mark about here, the little asterisk, and that is gonna be my width of my bear. So my bear will go from here. I'm guessing my little bear is going to go from here to about here. Maybe I should bring in my tape a little bit. I can see that this, yeah. So my bear goes, maybe the better way to have done it would have been to do it from here. So this is my kind of grid that I use so that when I start my first set of lines, I can see, this comes out here. Oh my God, their noses are so hilarious, aren't they?
Yeah.
So cute. Hang in there, Diana.
I am.
I know I can kind of get, I can use these lines to help me figure out like the shapes. Oh wait, I'm going to start with this actually. I'm going to start with this here. Just this outer shape. God, what a funny little body. So you see, I'm skipping this. I'm actually just going around it. We'll get that in, but later. Notice this ear is a lot bigger. And it kind of runs into his back. So these are the first shapes. Okay. Doesn't look right. This is proportional. Oh, yeah, yes. I don't know if I put this thing in the right place. 1, 2. I think it's mostly in the right place. So this is where you're going to be starting. Send a picture over. Go ahead and send me your here's the color version. We'll get to that soon. They are strange little creatures. Notice how much bigger this ear is because of the direction in which we're looking at the little koala. And when you've got it, send it over to me. Send it over to us. You see also that this line is not at the halfway point. It's a bit to the left of halfway on this line. So this line is a little bit shorter than this one. One way I could check to see if I've got these in the right places, look at this, is I can use the negative space here. So I can draw a little triangle from here to here to make sure that my face kind of follows the shape. See how I did that? So I use negative space, which is the space that is between the subject. So that angle, yeah, should be pretty good. Because remember, when you're drawing, negative space is as important, which is the space that's between the subject, is as important as actually drawing the subject. No one's ready to, no one's sending this over yet?
And ages trying to get the dimensions of the.
It's a little tricky. Just define the vertical distance, and then remember the horizontal distance is about, I'm going to mark it with another color so you can really see it. It's blue. It's just above the quarter point. Are you using my measurements or are you doing it your own way?
I'm doing it from the picture to make sure I've got the right.
But are you doing these measurements? Are you doing this and this crossbar? Yeah. Okay, just checking.
Trying to measure it all and just make sure that the outside bits are in the right place. So
got it. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Let's make sure the outside bits are all in the right place.
Yeah, it's quite complicated.
It looks so simple, but it's easy to get. And here I'll go to the next, I'll show you the next set of shapes. I'll do those in blue so you can really see them. It's easy to get the shapes wrong because we don't do curve, we tend to exaggerate curved lines. So that is one thing. Also, he's just in kind of a hilarious position. This little creature. You'll notice that what I'm doing with this blue is outlining the sort of light, medium, and dark areas. Remember, we're going to keep the light areas unpainted and undrawn. This also works as a series of negative spaces. So once you get into this.
Leah, where do koalas come from?
I don't know.
Australia.
Down under.
Australia.
Down under.
Down under. I guess I should have known that.
Yes,
But a lot were lost in the fires, right?
yeah.
A lot.
Oh, yeah, they had those big fires, didn't they?
A horrible amount were lost in the fires. Try not to think about that.
They're
All
not
right.
cuddly. They look cuddly, they're not cuddly.
I bet they're not.
They are
I bet
solid.
they're what?
Solid.
They're solid.
You know, whenever anyone gets their photo taken with a koala, they all look like they've got this big beaming smile with the koala. And that's not what causes the beaming smile. It's because they see your neck as a tree trunk and they dig their fingernails into your neck, and you just
Oh,
go,
that's so funny.
"Ah, this hurts."
Have you been?
Oh yeah, I lived in Australia for a year.
Oh, I didn't know that. Nice.
Were you working there or studying?
I was a school teacher,
Ah, wonderful.
believe it or not.
Teaching English or?
No, I was a
In
student.
Australia?
Oh, yeah, could have done, yeah. I was a student teacher. And I was just basically helping out wherever they needed help.
So this was before you decided to become a journalist, eh, Rollo?
Yeah, long before then.
Oh, it wasn't on your way to becoming a journalist.
No, it was just after I left school. So I was only 18.
Oh,
I had to
cool.
pretend I was 26.
And Rollo, have you met Mariana, by the way? She's under the name Diego Moretti, but she is not.
That's my son's name.
I thought it was Victor. Oh, the
Victor
other
is
son.
the youngest.
The
Yeah.
other son.
Yeah, he has
Um,
two. Marcos and Diego and me.
Nice to meet. And so Mariana covers oil in Houston for Reuters. Rollo is one of the correspondents in LA. He covers everything. I'm sure he's been busy on the Free Britney movement as we speak.
I have actually.
I know you have. I can
But
tell
you're mainly an entertainment reporter, right?
right?
I used to be.
Yeah.
I've changed quite a lot recently.
Now I just feel like you do everything.
I do everything.
Yeah.
I've got about, I don't know, about 5 features on the run at the moment. It's driving me insane. I'm done. I went to a dog adoption center today. Again.
Oh,
So that was kind of interesting. They're trying to.
did you get away without adopting a dog?
I did. I mean, I'd love to, but I just can't. I'm not able to. So they won't
Yeah.
allow dogs in this apartment block. But they're telling everybody that because of this canine flu,
Yeah.
it's really difficult for the dogs and the pounds and the shelters at the moment.
Yeah.
Desperate for people to take the dogs out of the pounds and out of the shelters and foster them because they don't want the flu to spread throughout and kill the dogs that are hopefully going to be adopted.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't vaccinated my dog. I should.
You really should. I mean, they were all sick there today.
Oh.
You can vaccinate dogs, actually?
Yeah.
But I was gonna, what is that other, not the flu, but the other virus that is prevalent right now? Plate or something, not plate.
Okay, Paul, first of all, once
Yeah.
again, this is not the halfway point on your vertical distance. This is shorter than here. So this should be exactly halfway. So you've made him
you
too
mean the
long
wi-
again.
Oh, you mean the bottom of the head or?
No, just look, honey. Can't, this is not the halfway point. The bottom of the head is the halfway point, but you drew a line that was too long.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
longer than halfway. This line is not at the halfway point of your vertical line. It's higher.
All right.
You need to adjust it. Come on, you know this. This is what happens when you're not, I noticed this. This is what happens when you just start to get into it. you kind of mess up your initial, you like to elongate things.
My basic structural elements,
Your
right?
basic structural elements. You know better by now. I know you could do better than that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm definitely right. I've seen it. I was just sort of chit-chatting with Lisa Rich Wine on the phone. I do think we probably won't have class next Wednesday or Thursday, just because it's a holiday and I feel like lots of people are traveling, and so we will not have class next week, but we'll go right back to it the week after.
Well, it's quite interesting because I was actually invited to another art class tonight.
Really?
Yeah,
Wouldn't go, would you?
I really would like to go to because it sounds
Oh, good.
but
What kind of class?
it's a novel one. It's just sort of so it's a thing in WeHo where they get the go-go dancers from the gay bars
Uh-huh.
who
Come and model for you?
do live modeling.
Oh, nice.
So they're all really buff, and you have to draw them into superheroes.
Oh, that sounds like that. Is that like a Dr. Sketchy?
I don't know. It's at a place called Stash.
It
Oh.
sounds like a Dr. Sketchy kind
But
of.
it does sound like something, you know.
So
sounds
you
like,
should do it. So you should do it next week.
yeah,
That sounds like fun.
I think I should. I think it would be
That
fun.
sounds like fun.
I was asked to do it this week, and I said no.
No, Leah's torturing me this week. I will see you next week.
You guys know that I pay a monthly fee and I miss one of the classes, of which only 4 I'm qualified for, to come here.
You do? All
go on.
right.
Yeah.
I love
I'm
it.
that dedicated.
That's, well, but you're getting better, Paul. That's like, that shows that you're getting, I believe that, because you're getting
Yeah.
better at this. I can
They're
see
like,
it.
oh, he never comes on Wednesdays. I'm like, well,
Hey, we got other things going, people. God, what a strange looking beast. So you guys can see here, I've kind of blocked out the light, medium, and dark shades. Go ahead and send them when you feel like you're ready. This is a strangely difficult. I didn't know this was going to be so hard. It looks kind of easy.
This every week.
I know, it's like, geez.
Bloody koala.
Come on, Koala.
They're not the most easy creatures to think. Next week we're doing a camel.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. I was thinking about camels today. I was thinking we should do a camel. I was totally thinking that would be fun.
They're probably very difficult. Horses are difficult enough, aren't they?
Yeah, horses are super hard. I'm not sure I would ever inflict that on you guys. All right, Paul, go for it. Do the inner pieces.
But I don't think horses are that bad.
I would not, I think structurally, yeah, but Diana, doing a horse is one thing, but teaching it, another.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, would you
I
like to
can-
teach that class? You're totally welcome to. You try to get that information across. Also, you just did a horse's head. Bodies of the horses are super hard. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I try to pick things that are easier to
Like-
manage. This is, we are kind of I'm trying to sort of encourage all levels here. And also, yeah, horses are something I wouldn't touch, but I was thinking maybe a camel face, which I thought would be hilarious. But I don't know, we'll see how this goes. Also, you guys, if you want to, you can send me things that you would like to paint in class. And if they work, if they have good contrast, and I think they're simple enough, I'll do them. So feel free to send, if you want to see something drawn and painted in class, send it to me. Send me the picture. If it works, I'll take it. If it works, I'll take it.
I've started a new painting. I just started the new painting. You can guess what it is.
Where's my light's gone out? Is it of me?
Yeah. If you're a black dude, yeah,
Is it Jack Johnson?
yeah.
All right.
But it's another take. It's together with his white wife.
Nice. Hey, Mariana, not too bad, but I want you to look at this shape here. So notice you're kind of going this way. I don't know if you can see it, but you're kind of drifting your shape like that. This shape is almost straight up and down here. It's the same with this. So it's easy to draw, right? This is straight. This is more straight. It's that you've curved too much. So look at this shape.
Can you show them mine?
Right? Look at this shape here and this shape here. And then I think you're in good shape. Look at this shape, then you're in good shape.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Now I wanted to offer you guys, I will show you how to mix colors to do this, but if you want to, you can totally do this thing, any set of colors you want. The challenge will be, you can make him blue or pink or purple. The challenge is just to keep the lights light, right? To keep the lights unpainted. And to get your values right. So I'll show you how to mix colors for this, but you do not, if you feel like having a little fun with this, I would totally say go for it. Let's see. Oh, that's a really cool to see the beginning, Diana.
Let's hope. We'll see. I'm
Are
gonna.
you doing it just to do it, or are you doing it because?
This is like a famous picture of Jack Johnson and his wife Edda, but I'm gonna just try to lay it out, and then I'm gonna put in the faces of the actors instead.
Oh, so are you gonna? Is this for the movie poster, or are you just doing
No,
it
not for the poster, but for like a flick over in the movie.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
really
see.
cool.
We'll see how it goes.
Diana's husband is shooting a film about Jack Johnson
Oh,
called Ghost in the House. I don't know if you guys know who Jack Johnson is. He's an interesting dude.
He's a very interesting dude.
Yeah, he was a black boxer when, Diana? When was he alive?
At the beginning of last century, he was the first black heavyweight champion.
Right. And he's really the model upon which Muhammad Ali and others like him, modeled themselves. Didn't you say that like Muhammad Ali's trainer used to yell, "Ghost in the house"?
Yeah, when he was sluggish, he would
say, "Hey, ghost in the house."
Ghost in the house. That was meaning that Jack Johnson was there in spirit. So
get your stuff together.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, anybody else ready to show me their, well, okay, I'm sorry. I'm not rushing you. I'm really not rushing you guys. Well, that's awesome, Diana. So this will be in the movie somewhere.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. The idea is that it's going to be in the movie somewhere. That depends on how successful I am.
Lisa went to Texas, or where were they shooting that thing? In New Mexico, wasn't it?
No, in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania.
I think he's talking about the Alex Baldwin shoot, which ended in death.
Yeah, that was New Mexico.
Yeah.
come on. Oh,
All right, let's see. Okay. So close, Rallo. Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, proportions are pretty good. it's that leg, right? It's really hard to get it right. This shape is pretty good. That shape, you know, I'm gonna let this one stand. I think he's in pretty good shape. His ear back here stretches out a little bit farther, but once you get that shape in, you'll get it.
Really?
All right, so we're almost there.
Who are you talking to then, Leah? Sorry.
Rollo, you. I was
me.
just looking at your ear, this back ear here, but you haven't finished drawing it. That's why. It looks pretty good.
Can you show them the mine?
Yeah, Victor, send it over. Or do you want to hold it up?
Do you want to send it over? Let's send it
Yeah.
over.
I want to send mine over.
Let's see. Victor, good job. You're a good drawer, kiddo. How old are you?
6.
Oh, this is excellent.
And
Just so
but I-
you know, Mariana, this is
I
good.
want to be I want to be a rock scientist, and I like and I like cats a lot. And I even have a cat. And also, and I like drawing.
I can see that you like drawing and you're good at it. You're good at it. You'll get even better if you keep coming to class and practicing. That's amazing, actually, for 6. And do you like doing things with your mom?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
I like my mom a lot because I love my mom.
She's
Yes, he is.
pretty great. I just want you to know that's all on our recording of our class. So.
We should all love our mommies.
We all should have as good a mommies as you do, Victor. I do. My mom is great. Oh, that's cute. Okay, is everybody ready to start thinking about color and painting? Do you want to just do this? I mean, honestly, I could just give some basic instructions and we could go. Do you want to like play with color today, you guys? Or do you want to do this?
That.
You want to do this? What about Rollo? Mariana?
How on earth you do like the mottles?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, you know, it's you're gonna let your brush do the talking. Okay, we'll talk about it if that's what you want to do. What I'm actually gonna do is, because it's easier to show you when we can see it, I'm going to pull up, I'm gonna give myself some room to test. So remember, when you're mixing colors, you always should have a testing paper. And in fact, I'm also going to have a testing paper with, I need a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be actual paper. It doesn't have to be actual like watercolor paper, but it's good to have paper for testing. Here, I'm trying to get this high enough so I can actually show you guys. There we go. All right. So I'm going to put this up here. Or actually, I'm going to move this up so you can see it. I know I have to move it over a little bit. I want some testing paper here so I can test my mixes. But a lot of handling, a lot of that sort of detail, Rollo, is in the the watercolor brush itself, right? Because the brush gives a lot of texture. Actually, okay, that's not too bad.
I was wondering whether a technique would be to put on, you know, thickly put on the watercolor and then put your kitchen towel over the top.
Right. Right. You could do that. And you know, another thing people do is uses salt. So if you put salt on your paper and then you put color on top and then let the salt dry and pull it off, it'll also get a mottled texture.
Ooh.
Do you want to get some? Like, I can show you guys. I don't know. I'm not flat, so I'm not sure how it'll work for me, but
That might be
I'm happy to demonstrate. Let me, would you guys like to get, I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll do it in the background and then you can see whether you want to use it on your actual thing. So I'll go get some salt. Hold on, if rock salt is better, if you've got it, big salt.
Where's my rock salt?
Oh, I gotta get my box. Sorry, I'll be right back.
I have the salt.
Or sea salt. All right, we'll talk about mixing and all of that, but let me demonstrate this for you because you guys might find this really fun. You start by getting your paper wet and then sprinkling some salt on it so it'll stick. So I don't know if you can see this. I just sprinkled salt on my wet paper and now I'm getting just watercolor on top. See how I'm kind of tapping it on there? It already looks kind of cool. Creates great texture. Then when it dries, you scrub the salt off and it leaves the texture there.
Leah, the best I could find was Himalayan pink sea salt. Will that work?
I think so. Try it. So see how I'm kind of tapping water on? Oh, this is fun. This is something I do with my kids' classes, but it is really awesome. It is kind of an awesome technique. So we'll let that dry and then we'll scrape it off. So go ahead and create that little area. In the meantime, we'll go to mixing colors. Now, if you don't have the colors that I've got, let me know what you have and I'll help you figure out the best.
What were the colors? I'm sorry.
I haven't said it yet.
Okay, and did you put the salt on first or the water?
I
first?
put on water on the paper and then I put the salt on the paper and then I put the paint, water with paint on top.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes. All right, everybody ready to start talking about color and color mixing? Let's do that. Okay. So as usual, we're going to start with the darker areas, the darkest areas first. And this koala, in my mind, has a lot of like, he's kind of a dark gray in most places. He's got some pink here. So I think we might actually start with a little ultramarine blue and some burnt umber. I'll write these down. Don't worry, I'm testing them first. Kind of a natural dark. Yeah, I think that'll work out really well. So I'm mixing ultramarine blue and burnt umber. Ultramarine blue and burnt umber are kind of like my favorite dark mix. You can see it kind of makes, if I add more blue, it gets a little bluer. If I add more brown, it gets a little browner. You can see it makes this kind of lovely kind of grayish dark. So I think we're gonna start, and I'm gonna go everywhere but the two little dots of light on the nose. So I'm gonna work around these two little dots. It's fairly blue. A bit more brown. Testing it here. Obviously, I'm going to need to get darker. But I'm going to, as you know, with watercolor, you kind of layer up your darks. I can see this part of his hair. Is that one? Yeah, there we go. Look, you can see it's already drying later, so I'm not expecting to get my initial darks as dark as they need to be, but I do think it's a good place to start. And then we can kind of adjust the color. You'll notice that although this whole leg isn't dark, as you can see, there's this kind of dark area here.
Leah, is ultramarine blue and what else? Sorry.
Burnt umber.
All right.
Burnt umber. Makes my absolute favorite dark. It's absolutely my favorite dark. It's a kind of rich, dark. So you can see I'm going to
It's a
kind of.
gray. I mean, it's a gray, isn't it?
Well, it becomes darker the more you layer it on. Yeah, of course it's a gray because the gray is because it's a complement mix.
Burnt umber and ultramarine.
Yeah, ultramarine blue. And you can see I'm kind of going. And because I know this first layer isn't going to be super dark, I'm going to all the darkish and medium darkish areas and laying it down. There are little white spots on the top of his head, two little bands. So you want to avoid those. Test the color to make sure you've got it right. There are two little white areas around the edges of the eyes, so make sure you avoid those. And can you see that I'm kind of using the top of my brush to sort of spot in the edge where the fur, the sort of dark fur meets the light fur?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of tapping it in like that.
Yours is looking really good, Leah.
Thank you.
That's part of that's the verticality of your the vertical. I should put it on an easel.
Do you see, Rollo, what I mean by the watercolor does a lot of the work?
Yeah.
See how, like, in watercolor, we can kind of, it's so beautiful texturally. We can let it do a lot of the work that we need it to do.
Wash my brush.
Mhm. Is anybody's dry yet? Mine isn't dry yet. Sometimes it takes a while for this technique things to dry. Yeah, it's pretty dark. Down there. Like that. Dark here, here in the corner. Where the feet are. So looks like I got a little blue here. That's okay. When I layer it up, we can change that. I'm gonna send that over so you guys can see it. So cute.
Oh, yeah, I'm sending over my color. Okay.
Okay.
Can I ask, Leah, what does your brush look like? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, totally. This is my absolute, one of my favorite watercolor brushes. It's about 1/4 of an inch wide. See how it kind of comes up in the middle like this?
Yeah.
See how it makes it, so you can do a wide sweeping. And then also.
Things. The one I'm using is just because I was using my granny's one.
Okay.
Might be able
Is it pointy? Here, show it to me. Hold on. Yeah, that's going to be here. Hold on. I'm going to add you as a spotlight. I want to make sure. Yeah, that's going to be problematic. Do you have one that's flatter and a little bit smoother?
I'm going to check. I think I've got lots here somewhere.
Somewhere it's going to be. Paul, you could have more blue in that.
More blue.
It's kind of too brown.
Okay.
I'm glad you're sending that over. Thanks. That's good.
I really need to sort out my art supplies. I just got another box the other day from a publicist, so.
Oh, that's awesome. Somebody just gave it to you?
Well, they sent me a load of crap in it, so I've got another big box. So I have his dark materials box, the other one.
Cool.
Art materials.
Show me this one. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see your brush.
Going for one like that.
That's a little better. I'm going to send over a listen, I have a brush I love. It's an expensive brush. I'm not going to lie. It's like 20 bucks or something, but it's my favorite brush. It's called a La Perla. It's a Spanish brush and it's awesome. So I'm going to send that over to you guys to buy. We're going to be doing watercolor for a while, so it might be worth it if you want to. It's all about materials. You're probably already finding that, right? You're already finding that it's all about having good materials.
Well, I was thinking that my watercolors have been a bit clumsy, and then I think it's because of the brush. And yet I thought the brush was the thing that was, I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly haven't had issues with the watercolor brush. I have with acrylic. And I think
But for watercolor, it's much more important to have
Yeah,
A
but
good,
I mean,
a
ridiculous.
specific
I mean,
brush.
both Blick, I think Blick and
I'm looking it up right now.
where else? I think Michael's. I mean, their brushes are like $55.
Some are.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Mhm.
And then the other places have discounts for like 15. I mean, which might as well just get the set from Walmart or wherever.
No, it does make a difference.
For watercolor, it makes a big
It
difference.
makes a really
It
big
does,
difference.
okay.
Yes, I'd agree, Diane.
might
You
have
could
to
have more
invest then.
flexibility. I'm sending
Put
this
it put in
over.
like, a small
But-
investment would be fine.
Yeah, but for acrylic, I buy these packages with
Yeah,
that cost like $10 for 10 brushes. And they last for a while, but it's fine for acrylic.
I'm looking for
So,
the.
I like these big flat ones that I'm holding up.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me
that's the
show you that.
$50
I'm
one.
gonna show you what, go ahead, show that again. Yeah, I like those too.
My brush is not, this brush I've got now is not the best. It doesn't seem to absorb water very well.
No, I think that might actually be an oil brush.
I think it is.
So I would put that down.
And shall I just go back to trying clumsily using my other one?
There's no other brush options?
They're all the same set, so I think they're all probably the same.
Yes, but.
Let's just keep going for this week and just see.
Yeah. And I'm sending over, I'm sorry, I'm looking for the exact brush that I like and I don't have it. So I can't find it online quickly, a picture of it. So I will make sure to send this over to you guys before the end of the night. Yeah, it does make a difference. You kind of want the ability to be able to make really clean sweeps.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed the sort of water retention of my granny's brush is much better.
Where is it? I don't understand why I won't find it. No.
I think my eye is in completely the wrong place.
Your eye should be right at the, where did I put that? Where is the mirror? The eye should be kind of right below the quarter point.
Okay, I'm
Where's the
sending you
quarter
my I just now got to this color, so.
Okay, yep,
Sad.
that's working.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh, sorry. Put this down. All right. Just show me when you've kind of gotten to the first. Yeah. If you want to, you can go back over with more blue and brown over the darkest areas, right? Like most of the nose. Can you see how as I'm layering, as it dries, I can go darker? You go in here, kind of darken. I can get darker up in here, a little darker. here. Does take a while for this technique. Nope, it's still not, it takes a while for it to dry. That's the only problem with it. Salt technique. You'll find watercolor goes kind of quick, which is sort of weird. But it's strange. I have my blankie here, wiping off my trays so I can mix colors kind of cleanly. Yes. There's a kind of browny, do you see it, the sort of orangey brown color? So that's really burnt sienna with a tiny touch of ultramarine, not a lot, but just a little bit to mute it. And that's kind of, well, let's be like more orangey. And it's lighter. So I may dip my brush in the water like once or twice. And I'm leaving this light edge of the foot. Because the left edge is kind of light. Yeah, you could totally, Rollo, do a little bit of this. I'm trying to decide, like, maybe it would be a good idea to add a little. Check this.
Johnny.
Mariana, did you ever find your reds?
I had to buy a new one because I realized that the one that I had bought was too amateur.
Oh, yeah.
Like for kids. So yes, so it was not so cheap this time. Like,
Oh, dear.
spend
Well,
$10 in a in a better one.
that's okay. It's art class is like that. It's kind of a little bit of a suck.
Yeah, but this new one has like 24 colors. So
Oh, awesome. Are you enjoying at least playing with the colors?
I I'm kind of afraid of mixing.
We'll talk about them. Don't get too afraid. Don't get too caught up in the mixing.
Right.
Don't worry. I'll walk you through a lot of it, and B, this might actually be a good moment to remind everybody about color theory. Would you like a little bit of color theory?
Sure, of course.
Let me
Yes.
talk about it. So let's see. I need a piece of paper to show you about color theory. Give me just a second. Here we go. Oh, that's. I cleaned up everything and now I can't find any. I used to have a lot of stuff laying around. I could just use. All right. I'm going to move this and talk to you about the basics of color so that you understand why I'm picking the mixing that I'm picking. My philosophy on color is fairly simple. So you may have heard the term, whoops. Yeah. Do you guys remember this, Rollo and Paul? I know Diana knows it.
I think so.
Okay. So you can help me talk about it then. There are 3 primary colors, right, upon which we mix everything. Do you remember what they are?
Red,
Red,
yellow.
yellow.
Red, yellow, and blue. Excellent. So let's see. I'll put them here. Yellow. Red. If you want to, Mariana, you can just follow along with me and do this on your, and blue. Right? Oh, wait, sorry, I can't see that. So red, yellow, and blue. And if I mix, Mariana, if I mix yellow and blue together, what color do I get? Do you know? What color do I get? Yeah, I get green. And if I mix red and blue together, Mariana, what color do I get?
Purple.
Yep. See, you know color,
You already took this class.
right? And then what about Mariana, when I mix red and yellow together, what do I get?
Orange.
Yeah, orange. I'm just mixing them off screen so I can get them up here quickly. Orange, right? So these are the red, yellow, and blue are the primary colors, and the colors that you mix between them are tertiary colors, right? So this is a color wheel. And if you notice, there are colors that are across from each other in the color wheel. Purple and yellow, blue and orange, red and green. So these are complementary color patterns, colors. I'll write them down so you remember them, and then I'll take a picture. Complementary color pairings. Everything is gone. Here, hold on. I'll be right back. Get a marker. All I can find is a hot pink Sharpie, so I hope that works for you guys. So the complementary colors, color pairs, are red and green, purple and yellow, blue and orange. So Rollo, what happens?
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, you're just painting?
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Okay. Tell her what happens when we put complementary colors next to each other. What happens when we put red and green next to each other?
Well, they pop.
Yeah, they pop each other forward.
Yeah.
Right? So if I put red next to green like this, they will pop each other forward. The same with purple, yellow, the same with blue and orange. But Rollo, what happens when I mix them together?
Well, you get brown.
You get a kind of gray color, right? Here it is mixed together. So if you're trying to get a gray of a certain shade, Mariana, you want to mix complementary color pairs. Does that make sense? Is that helpful?
Yes.
Yeah, this is all you really, in my view, I mean, there's a lot more you could do to talk about colors, but essentially, if you want things to pop, you put complementary colors next to each other. If you want to create the shadow or the grade, the neutral version, a gray version of the color, you mix them together. So for example, if you're painting a yellow lemon, the shadow part of the lemon is yellow with a little bit of purple in it. It's not black. Is that blowing your mind?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna put this chart up. Does that help you kind of, so when you notice, when I'm making decisions, I'm kind of looking at what the color, the main color is. And then I'm finding a complementary color mixing. for it. I'm finding a complementary color mix. So a lot of things, like this whole bear is really quite gray. And by the way, is everybody ready to continue on, or do you want to send me what you've got so far?
I'm going to send you what I've got. I was going to try and, what did you do the leg in, by the way?
That is burnt sienna with a touch of blue, ultramarine blue, just to gray it a little bit.
I just tried to do, and it came out green, but I'll try.
Okay, so probably too much blue.
Yes, I'll try again. That's why I just went to go and wash my brush up.
And it's possible that you use, is it possible you use phthalo blue rather than ultramarine blue? Because the phthalo blue would definitely turn it green.
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
Okay, that's what it is. So use ultramarine, it's kind of a muddier color.
Yeah, where is it? Oh, it's there. I thought I was using the same blue and I wasn't. Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's green. So you know phthalo green is that crazy. Still not dry. Although you can see if I start to scrub this off a little bit. I think I did it too soon. You guys wait on yours. But you see there is kind of like a fun little texture there with the salt. I went too soon. Wait on yours until yours is absolutely dry. Blow a hairdryer on it. That will totally work.
Wait, what are we doing?
Nothing fun. I'm just taking the salt off of the little test that we did at the beginning of class.
Oh, okay, let me send you mine so far.
Yep. Let's see.
I sent you mine so far. I might go for a quick cigarette break.
Okay. Oh, it's cute. Actually, Rollo, that looks pretty good. Oh, nice mark making, Paul. Keep on going. Looks good.
Okay, I'm going to be back in a second.
All right. Go ahead and take a stretch break if you need to.
I can always add, probably if you want to, you know, on that under the cheek area and the jaw area, I can always add a little bit more white on that area, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, this area, you mean here or here?
No, I'm like here in the, yeah, there, yeah, right there.
Okay, yeah. So Mariana, when I'm mixing ultramarine blue and burnt umber is a form of orange, right? It's kind of a browny orange. So it creates a kind of grayish blue. That's kind of what we're thinking as we're doing this. Diana, how's your diet coming along? Still upward?
Oh yeah. I'm just
Just at the very beginning.
show you where I'm at. Just
Sure. I love seeing your process.
just an underpainting. Not even an underpainting yet.
Oh, it's coming along quickly though. Oh, I hope they use it in the movie. I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, just need pictures of the actors so I can put their faces in instead of the original.
Yeah. Who's playing Jack Johnson?
His name is Anthony Ray Parker.
Huh.
Yeah, he's not a famous guy. Did I tell you the story how we ended up with him?
No.
Well, so Frank has developed this
Oh,
project.
he'll be great. I'm just looking him up right now. He's hot. Sorry. Sorry. Good looking man.
Yeah, he's a good looking man. But the guy that was there to develop it,
Yeah.
and the Frank has developed it for like 7-8 years, was Tony Todd, the original Candyman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And they've been working on it. And so they were just ready to go. And then like 2-3 weeks before we started shooting, Tony's manager calls and says, well, Tony wants $20,000 a week.
Yeah, no.
And so we stood there without the lead actor like 2 weeks before. It was.
Well, this would be a great
Mhm.
that's really awesome.
Well, this takes place like, he was killed in an accident, in a traffic accident. Jack Johnson was.
Right.
Yeah. And so this movie starts with a crash, and then he's looking back at his life.
That's really neat.
And he was 68 when he died. So he's about the right age.
I think it's excellent you've got this actor. He seems like perfect for this. This could be a good role for him.
Who's the actor? Sorry, I missed it.
His name is, look him up. His name is Anthony Ray Parker.
Yeah, but I was
His headshots are gorgeous, and he mostly plays like thugs and Hercules type creatures.
He's not
He's not famous.
No, he's not. And I was just saying that Frank has developed this project together with Tony Todd, which was the original Candyman.
Okay.
Yeah. And it started with Frank and Ernie Hudson, and then it was Tony Todd. And then just 2-3 weeks before we started shooting, and we were all set to go with Tony, and it was 1.5 months shooting. And then Tony's manager calls and says, well, Tony needs $20,000 a week for this.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, and it's a project that we're financing ourselves. But we have Nick Vallelonga, who was the producer, the writer-producer of Green Book. He is a producer for this movie too.
Production.
Good.
So we hope that helps. We'll see. But Anthony Ray Parker looks the part. That he does.
He's gorgeous. Super.
What kind of movie? Is this just like a B movie or?
Is it a Jesus, Paul?
Or no, is it a film noir or
No one sets.
Basically a B
sorry, I
movie
shouldn't
says
say
that it's a shitty movie, Paul.
so much that, well, it's not like it's beneath me, but
Sonny, no.
sorry.
Yeah, I think this movie could do really well, actually.
And we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
It's a good time for it to be coming out.
Yeah, that it is, and we hope to have it ready for June 10th, 18th. you know,
Oh, yeah, Juneteenth, that would be good.
Yeah. yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Sunny, no.
Oh,
So, Rollo, I was gonna say the painting looks pretty good. Your painting looks pretty good considering the fact that I think you're a little handicapped by your brush. So good work. I think that's working.
Yeah.
So this sort of orangey color is a little burnt sienna. And I'm very lightly adding just a touch of it, kind of very light in here. Because there's a little bit of orange in, even though this is fairly light, it's like his neck area, it's that light area. There is a tiny bit of kind of this orangey color. So I'm watering down quite a lot, the painting, but just kind of except anywhere except on the left edge where all the light is coming from, kind of bringing in just a little bit of burnt sienna into the mix here. And I'm kind of bringing it also into sort of under the leg, under here. Right, anywhere, maybe up here a little bit too. Up in here. Looks like there's a tiny bit of orange around. It's actually more pink. And then this last area, there's like, it's like pink and burnt sienna. It's like quinacridone red, pink, and a little burnt sienna in here, right? A little bit of pink up in here, a little bit around his eye. I might even put it in a couple of places around like his paw. What else?
is the pink just conventional red and white?
No,
Just
it's a little bit of quinacridone red and burnt sienna.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. I don't think I have whatever it's called red. I have
What reds do you have?
crimson and scarlet, I think.
Try a little crimson and quinacridone red and see how that works. And oh, sorry, crimson and burnt sienna.
Leah, I don't know what colors to use. I'm lost with the left side.
Where are you? Where, here?
Yes.
Okay, you want to use a little, do you have burnt sienna?
I don't think so. How does it look?
It looks like this.
Kind of see. Like orange?
It's a little, it's like a brownie orange.
I don't think I have it. I have
What have you got?
ochre,
Okay.
orange, vermilion.
Why don't you take a little bit of orange? I'm going to test this first. Orange and a touch of blue. So
All right.
not a lot of blue, but just a tiny touch of blue. Enough to make it just slightly brown.
Okay.
A little bit of ultramarine blue is the color that you want.
Ultra and ultramarine.
Yeah, so you can see I'm mixing it right now. Not very much, just a tiny little touch. I bet you that'll. And then you want to water it down a little bit as you lay it down. Might be a little orangier then, but I think that's okay. There's also a tiny touches of what reds do you have now, Mariana?
I have vermilion,
Okay.
how to say that?
Vermilion.
And parmesan rojo parmesan.
And what?
Crimson red
Okay.
and primer red.
Crimson red and primary red.
Crimson red, primer red, brilliant red,
Okay.
and vermilion.
Okay. So you may want to, I'm going to send you a couple colors to add to your list. that will
Okay.
help you, that you will find helpful, I think. And since we're going to be doing this for the rest of the year, it's worth it to get some of the colors. I can see that as I'm adding in this, I need to get a little bit darker in my face. So I'm grabbing more burnt umber and ultramarine blue. And I'm getting a little, oops, too brown. And notice kind of I'm continuing to get darker on that nose. I'm continuing to kind of layer in this soft, sort of tappy way. See how I'm getting kind of darker in the darkest areas? So you can also start darkening the darkest shadow areas. I can see that it's kind of rare. Even though this is a light color, it's kind of rare down here. And that, of course, shows me I need to get much darker here. So I'm going back to my original burnt umber and ultramarine blue.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna abandon you.
Okay, Diana, rest easy. Take it easy until you feel better.
Oh, and happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
thanks.
happy Thanksgiving,
Oh,
Diana.
happy Thanksgiving to you guys too.
Yeah, next week we will not have class because it is Thanksgiving.
Oh,
But we'll have class probably on Friday
okay.
if everybody wants to do that.
The koalas are looking lovely.
They're pretty cute.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye, Diana.
Bye.
Rala, have you judged any shows for her yet?
No, only once. So, but I am planning to do so.
Excellent. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I need to do more of the.
So you can see we're just kind of layering on darks, and every time we do, the unevenness of the brush marks kind of creates a really nice texture, kind of like fur.
That's annoying.
I will totally send you this brush, Rollo. You want to get it. You'll love it. You'll be like, oh, my life is totally different because of this thing.
I still want to keep using my granny's brush in some ways, but I just.
But it's not really meant for watercolor. It's an oil brush.
Oh, no, that's not my granny's brush. The
Yeah.
one I've got here that was in my grandmother's set was it's just very rounded and slightly fat.
Right.
So, but it's definitely used for watercolors. It does take the water very well.
Right. I hear you.
I feel like there should be more white.
What do you mean there should be more white? There is a lot of white. It's all in here.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll push it in. I think I can just push it in.
Yeah.
It's easier that way.
Let's do some more.
And if you're feeling stuck, let me know. If you're not sure about color mixing or you're not sure what to do, don't hesitate to ask. Oh yeah, Rollo, he's coming along. So notice how dark, like get super dark and in these shapes in here.
Yeah.
Right? Look at these shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, just keep going. And is your salt dry yet? Can you just kind of scrub it off, or is it still wet? Looks still wet to me.
Still slightly wet, yeah.
Okay, so wait till that, but in the meantime, just keep going around and working the darks.
Yeah, I ran out of the dark mix and then
Yeah.
made some more. I was also going to try and just with some clear, when the background is dry,
Yeah.
I was going to try and go around with a fine brush with just some water and try and create the sort of feathery effect around the
Great
eye.
idea. I think that's a great idea. With just a little bit, you mean like this?
Yeah, but just some water just to sort of blend
Well,
in.
this is just water, but what happens is it happens when you've got paint above, the paint will run a little bit. See that? This is just water. So just be careful. I like that idea. So these kind of feathery edges is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yep. Soft edges.
You know, I've already painted in the background.
Oh, yeah, you have? Can you
Yeah.
send it over? I'd love to see that.
No, that's what I've done, yeah, with the salt.
Oh, right. Yes, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah. So we're just waiting for the salt to dry so you can get the texture.
What I was going to do is like try and rub out some of the pencil lines and then just feather with the blue against the white.
Yeah, try it. I think that sounds awesome. I love that idea.
See how
Paul, Mariana, how's it going?
Good. I'm just getting the middle part's a little it's getting frustrating, but I think I can get to it. I just need to get through I got to paint around the eye and then get the eye done. Once I get the eye done, I might have to stop looking at the screen.
Perfect.
Just look directly at the picture, I think.
Right. Mariana, how about you?
Another color mismatch.
What do you need? What do you need? What's problematic?
The color at the left was too orange.
Okay.
I will send you a
When
picture.
adding blue?
I had to add a little bit of yellow actually because it was too red.
Did that work?
Yeah, a little bit better.
Okay,
yeah.
good. Here are a couple of colors that are really good to have. Let me see. Give me just a second.
So what are you doing with the nose? Are you going with black?
No,
No? What is
it's
that color?
more, same color,
All right.
just darker. As you add layers, you can get darker.
All right.
It's darker, more blue and brown. I'm trying to get all my darks super dark.
It doesn't work.
Oh, Leia, I'm re-interviewing the poet,
Which part?
Clive Matson.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knew a lot of people. I mean, he knew a lot, like, let's see, he definitely knew Allen Ginsberg. He was like, Allen Ginsberg was he was one of the mentees of Allen Ginsberg.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and have you ever heard of Diane DePrima?
No.
Okay. Well, apparently him and her were really, really tight. Basically, Diane DePrima had her own printing publication, like bigger than City Lights. Have you heard of City
Really?
Lights? Yeah.
Yeah, I know City Lights,
Well,
definitely.
obviously, City Lights was just one of the what was his name? The Italian fella, Ferlinghetti.
Lawrence Ferlinghetti.
Yeah, he started that in San Francisco, but all the other people were in New York. And so she started her, but I think that her book publication it was like in Oregon or something. Weird, yeah.
Weird.
Anyway. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, really interesting.
I wish this background would dry.
Is it, so go ahead and brush off the, oh, I can see it even from there. Just brush off with your fingers the salt. Yeah, shake it outdoors or in the sink or something.
I'm trying. I'm smearing it more than anything.
It means, does that mean it's still wet?
Yeah. Damn it. I think I did it too early.
Let's see.
Well, it's not all off yet.
It looks excellent though. Here, hold on. I want to see it. I do love it. Yeah. So let it just dry. And if you want to, you can then go over with another color if you want to kind of like, spice it up a little bit, make it darker over here. Maybe, I don't know. If you want to like play with that and you're not totally. Anyway, it's coming along. It looks really good.
I think I did quite well with matching the color as well.
I think it turned out really well. I think this has all turned out really well. Do you want to send it over, Rollo, to see if there's anything else we could do to it? Or do you feel like you're done?
I may be done, but
All right, send it over.
so I think it's very similar to the last one, but I have to say yours looks so much more blissful than mine.
That's because I got his little mouth express. So if you want to get a sort of liner, like a skinny liner.
I know I did. I've done that already. Oh God, I've gone over it. Ugh.
So you want to like bring that out, those darks out.
Yeah.
And also the kind of shape of the eye. Oh, he's really cute. Yeah, you know, really, I'm looking here. Rollo went darker under here to really shape that red mouth, right? So go darker around the edge of the mouth, the bottom, and you'll find that that will help kind of form his expression. Mariana, Mariana and Paul, do you want to send where you're at to see if I can make any more suggestions as you're working, or you want to just keep working?
Why not? Okay.
Let's see. Oh, Paul, it's coming along. Yep. Just so I did a very soft, light, almost transparent
Oh, yeah.
wash here. Oops.
Yeah.
And then you just need to keep getting darker in the areas that are darker. In here, down here, here, right? This part of the foot here is really, you can see he's got like a little hand. Actually, it's a hands on a log, but it's quite dark here in this corner. So you
Yeah,
gotta
it
just
says
keep
that
getting
should be some
darker.
burnt umber, I think, right? Or just the
Burnt umber and blue, hun. It's dark. It's
No,
not.
the log.
Oh, it's the same.
Same. Okay.
Yeah. Let's Oh, Mariana, that's lovely. You just want to keep this, boy, your mark making is beautiful.
I think colors are off.
The colors are sort of off. So I want you to notice something. This, if this is here, so this is, if the darkest colors are 5, right? This is a 4. This is a 1, 1, 5, 4, 4, right? 1 right here, 5 right here. 4. So your mark making is absolutely beautiful. Mariana, you're a natural with the brush. You're doing things with the brush you can't even imagine. Don't feel shy to get darker. Get a 4 level dark. Just a little bit lighter than the nose. But the mark making is beautiful. I can see watercolor is a natural thing for you. You might not feel that way, but I can see it in the way you're using your brush.
Thank you. I hope just to match the colors better next time.
You'll get there. And okay, let me put some colors in the chat that would be helpful to you to have.
Okay.
I'm just going to put them in the thread right now. You want, I think I think his little leg, I think that color worked out pretty well, just adding the yellow.
Mhm.
Burnt sienna. Cordone. These are colors that will help, but actually I think he's looking quite good. Just keep working. We've got another 10 minutes. Just keep working or finish because we have 10 minutes.
Haven't you finished, Mommy? You're doing terrible.
No, papi, mañana terminamos aquí.
Let me look and see if I can find. I'm still looking, Raul, I'm still looking to find a picture of this brush. Let's see. That brush is $188. That's not the brush I want you to. Let's see.
What's the white watercolor?
You
sort
mean
of
gouache?
wash? How do you spell it?
Gouache. I'll show you. I'll put it across the thread. Oh yeah, it helps to have gouache too.
This would be really good.
G-O-U-A. Yes, because we could go back over. So if you wanted to, I could show you kind of quickly. If you have a little gouache, which is like watercolor, but slightly more opaque, meaning it's not so transparent. It doesn't cover so much. Here, I'm just going to put it right here. This is white gouache.
Because nearly every element of the outside of the koala is white.
Like on the left side. Yep.
Well, it's all over actually.
Oh, that's true. Over here. Yeah, so you could totally use it here to add in a little bit of white.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. All over.
So I think I might have to get some gouache to finish this off.
Yeah, get gouache because it's looking actually, I quite like it. I think you did a good job. Oh yeah, I'm getting it in too. You're right. He's got a little, so he must be backlit.
He's got like an aura about him, which is all.
Yeah, like all, that's all. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like an animal wisdom, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, it's just literally he's glowing. He's got a little white.
I think whoever took that, I'm not sure how they got that image.
Well, I think the light is coming from behind him.
I think he's sleeping.
Yeah, it's almost directly behind him.
It's behind him, so that's why it's doing that. Okay, where's this dang brush? I'll find it. I'll get it here.
Okay. Well, we've got another week or so.
Yeah, we've got another week or so, so I'll send it over. I just can't believe I don't.
I got to get the ears done before I leave today.
Right. I think I'm going to head off and start tidying up.
All right, great work today, Rollo. Glad to see you. Have fun at the drawing place, the superhero drawing place next week, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Hopefully that's still on next week, but we'll see.
I'm sure
Yeah.
it will be.
That should be interesting. There'll be wine there for sure.
Yes,
Yeah, you have to spend a minimum of $15 to join in the classes.
I love it. I think that sounds really fun. Please
That's the hardest.
post if you just post on the thread if you end up doing something.
Okay, well, I can show you on the website, like, well, I can send you the.
Yeah, send us the link.
Yeah,
But-
so I'll tell my the person that cuts my hair. I think he's one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If it's okay, yeah, I can tell him. Omar, I'll send a representative to protect you.
Okay, hold on.
Or whatever. Either way, I mean.
I'll just download this one picture if I can.
We'll go a couple minutes longer if you want to. Mariana, I'd like to see where you get with this. You seem to be in a row.
I'm not doing much. I'm just trying to correct the color a little
Okay.
bit, but I will show you the final one.
All right.
That's saved you. Again. Oh. So this is what I was sent, which I think is quite funny.
Let's see. Oh, that does look really funny. Oh my God, you'll have so much
Here.
fun.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
totally looks like fun.
Yeah. So, and the guy was saying, oh yeah, you know, like we sat on this table and then we all realized we're on the same internet group on Facebook, but none of us.
That's really awesome.
So I'm in an X-Men group on Facebook.
Of course you are. Great work, Rollo. Really great work today.
Thank you, and I will see you in 2 weeks' time.
See you in 2 weeks' time, and please report with photographs if you happen to go to this thing next week.
If
I'd
it's
like
on,
to see.
because it may not be on because of Thanksgiving as well, but
Right, but
Oh,
well, you know, Thanksgiving technically is Thursday, so maybe they'll be doing it.
yeah, and maybe a lot of gays won't be going home, so
Yeah, who knows?
Oh, yeah.
who knows. So anyway, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving, sweetie. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, take
All
care.
right, bye. All right, you guys, you ready? Let's show our finals. I'm going to remove the spotlight here. Put you in gallery view. Why don't you just hold them up? Oh yeah, Mariana, it looks great.
Thank you.
Great. Paul, hold yours up.
Okay, let me
I'm just
Oh,
finishing it. So
no.
just keep-
I just have to get my the stupid background away. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Mariana, does it feel good to like paint?
I know it looks impossible at the beginning always, you know, and then
Yeah, and then you do it. Hold it up again. Can you hold it up one more time? And where's Victor's? Did he get there?
Victor didn't finish his. He's gonna finish tomorrow.
They're really great, you guys. They're really cute.
Mine has some
This
work
is
on it.
mine.
Hold yours up, Victor. Oh yeah, you'll keep going and you'll keep going. You did good, kiddo. Oh my God, so fun. You know, Paul, Mariana, Victor, you guys did good. Really good.
So,
All right, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Unless you
Thank you,
decide to
Leah.
come.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving
happy
to
Thanksgiving.
everyone. There are classes for the rest of the week and the weekend. So if you feel like joining, go for it. And we'll have classes next weekend too.
Alrighty.
I'll send out a note
Okay.
letting everybody
Thank
know.
you.
Okay, take care, everybody. Bye.